Hello.
Hello.
Good morning. Okay. So, let's
You
see.
open. I get something.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Let's do this one. Cryptocurrency. So, a company that had 3 secret cryptocurrency mines must pay 40 or 400,000 to cease operations in Alberta. Okay. So, of course, cryptocurrency mines would be like Bitcoin, Ethereum, etc. So, yeah, let's see what's going on.
A Vancouver company has been ordered to pay more than 400,000 in penalties and legal expenses for harming the military and standard curry 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 talk
Cryptocurrency.
curry talk currency means in Alberta.
Okay. So, yeah, I guess it's a Vancouver company. I didn't know that. But they're in Alberta. So, I guess I don't know where it says. Sturgeon County. Um, this consists of shipping. Okay. I don't know if this one's. Let's check. Where is that? Sturgeon County. Oh, come on. So, there's Sturgeon County. So we're talking about north of Edmonton. So this area, north of Edmonton. Yeah. But yeah, it is a Vancouver company, and yeah, they're not allowed to do this in Alberta, but they did it anyways. So that's why they're getting punished.
Okay, the Alberta Utilities Commission investigated green block meaning after the residents in 10 households complained about noise from a natural gas plant near the Greystone Manor, a neighborhood in subjection County, North Edmonton.
Yep. So again, north of Edmonton, that's where this thing was, and the way they found it was a bunch of people were like, "There's a lot of weird noises coming from this natural gas plant." Natural gas plant would be like electric plant using natural gas to make electricity. So yeah, these people are like, normally we don't hear these sounds. What's going on? And so the government probably went to look into it and then found it.
The community, the communication discovered the company formerly known as Link Global had set up for the 1.25 megawatt gas generators on the site hiring computer saves hardware, MIMO, digital century.
currency. Currency means money, and this is mining, right? Like mining. So they're mining digital currency. All that means is that they're using computers to get more Bitcoin or get more other systems. Yeah. So yeah, they were formerly Link Global, and I guess they set up a gas generator to try to hide this thing. Yeah.
It also learned that the company had two other plants, one in southern Alberta Special Area 3 and another in Weststock Country, north of Edmonton.
So, this one right here is not the only one. There was two more they had. So they had two north of Edmonton, because that first one was north of Edmonton, and they had one in southern Alberta. So this would be probably near Lake Calgary. So yeah, apparently they were trying to have three, trying to get a lot of money, but yeah.
Including the AUC of the power plants have been shut down since 2023. 2021, sorry. 2021.
So 3 years ago is when all these were shut down. Like the power plants were shut down. So that's why people were like, there's noises coming from the power plant, but they've been shut down for 3 years. What's going on? So that's how they kind of were found, is these were abandoned areas that didn't make power anymore.
Because the plants in the question were not permitted to operate while the proceeding was ongoing. Airplanes were protected from the consequences of green block now. Compliance, the communication told CBC News in an email on Thursday.
So again, since these plants were closed down for 3 years, it was pretty easy to kind of figure out, oh, you are breaking the rules, right? Like these plants are not allowed to be working, and you're just having them work anyways. Okay, well, we're going to arrest you. Or again, they're going to have to pay a big fine of about $400,000, right? So that's how they were able to find it. And that's what they told CBC. Maybe there's more stuff going on, but that's what they told CBC.
The AUC provided statement agreement between the communication in Department that Income Enforcement staff and the company in December.
The AUC. I forget what the AUC is. AUC Canada. I guess it's an immigration thing. Sure. So I guess this company or this part of the government was like, yeah, you should be able to do this, or we should be able to look into your area. So we're going to send the commissions into that area to find your staff in December. So in December was when they found that, oh, you have all these illegal things, get rid of them.
The agreement stipulates that green block must pay administrative active pen test of the 346,500.
We don't say point. We would say
Oh, sorry, 500,000.
no. So 346,500. That's how we would say it.
Oh, okay, I see. 345,500. Which will go the province the general revenue fund plus 60,000 in regional expenses for the communication enforcement staff.
So, so that 400,000 that they have to pay, right? 346,500 is for the government to just go to the provincial government. So now I don't know which provincial government because it might be going to Alberta or it's possible that it could go to British Columbia, but I'm going to guess it's going to go to Alberta. And then 60,000 just for the commission's pay. So yeah, the lawyer's fees basically.
The company has agreed to cases operation in Alberta and never operate in the province.
So the company's like, okay, I guess we're not allowed to be in Alberta anymore. So we might still work in Vancouver. We might still work in Saskatchewan, whatever, but no longer allowed in Alberta. This is just saying that they secretly set up in Alberta, so they're now being forced to shut down. And this one is saying that it was possible that they were going to have to pay $7 million, not 400,000. So this could have been really bad for them if they had to pay 7 million. But maybe they will still, but we'll see.
It's good to see they end up paying a penalty, and I think the government should go after anybody who sets up any illegal obsession set all
Alfred.
Alfred Leher professor at the University of the Calgary High School of the Business.
So yeah, the professor's like, one of the big important things for business and stuff, of course, is legal businesses, not illegal businesses. So of course, they should be paying penalties and being kicked out or whatever. They need to understand that you have to have a legal business in the province or the country.
The hire who the spicy less in the
cryptocurrency
and couple 8 finance said most because meaning companies in the industry follow the rules and that this case is an outlier.
Yeah. So yeah, most people are following the rules. This is just like a random one that's kind of not. So like, let's say there's 100 people following the rules and just this one person not. So yeah, it's like a random one. This is not normal. Yeah. And yeah, larger penalties initially proposed. So again, they wanted to take more money from the company at the beginning.
The communication Intel posts Greenberg pay more than 7 million.
So yeah, at the beginning, they were wanting 7 million from the company, which would have been way better than 40 or 400,000, right?
The AUC's info C made them old Allegiant. The company had received a significant income benefit by not following the rules, both including two financial records include in an
Affidavit.
affidavit flight this file from the company this
Director.
Dr. Kevin Greenberg Apple rate to be a Precursors financial postation.
So the government, the AUC, wanted that more money, but ended up getting less because the company doesn't have the money. If they went for the 7 million, the company would fail and then they would get no money. So they decided to go lower so that the company didn't have to fail. And the reason they know that is because in the fall, right here, like every 3 months, right, every quarter, businesses will state their earnings and blah, blah, blah to the government. And so, yeah, on that fall, they're like, oh my God, they have no money. We can't take that much. Yeah.
Mass affidavit also stated that the company was never engaged in Bitcoin, meaning that any facility in Alberta enter on its own or as party of any combining arrangement with any other entity, the AUC said in its decision.
So they're basically saying that these Alberta facilities that they found, those three, right? Those aren't ours. We don't have like like working together with another company. We don't even know that we're in Alberta. We're saying that like something weird is going on. It's not our fault. It's something else is happening.
The AUC said its enforcement staff had originally estimated the economic benefit based on the limited publicly available information, but come to better understand the corporate structure of the groups operating the facilities.
So they originally just estimated how much it would have cost them or how much benefit they got, that 7 million, based on like the little information they had. But now that they've got more information, they've moved the price down. This was, I guess, the big company area. Sure.
Including the communication, the company has not produced its detailed financial statements which are necessary to determine how much it benefited from the operation. Basin.
So they're basically saying there's unsubmitted documents, so there's unsubmitted paperwork that needs to be done to see how much money they made from this. Because again, you can't be rewarded for breaking the rules. So like, for example, let's say they made $1 million from this illegal operation, right? But they only had to pay 400,000. That means they still made 600,000 by being bad. So we can't let that happen because we need to make sure everything's legal. So they need to figure out how much money they made specifically from these things so that they can punish them accordingly. Yeah.
The company's unfinanced financial statement showed total remains of the 1.4 million in 2022 and the 520,164 dollars in 2021.
So they're doing pretty good in 2020, doing pretty bad in 2021. This is probably why they did that illegal business, because they're probably losing money now, right?
Okay, submitting the statement is a requirement of the statement agreement. The communication can state a new proceeding against the company if the audited statement differs from the universal ones.
So unfinalized, finalized. Again, this is the unfinalized one, says this. So that's not like the correct one. Now, this is what the company is saying. Hopefully they're telling the truth, but they already broke the rules one time, so we don't know yet. However, the good news is if they do lie again, the commission can proceed again. Like, oh, you actually made millions of dollars from this? We can take more from you. So they've settled now to get an audit just for 400,000, so that like, okay, it's not that big of a deal, but we can get your information. Then we can make a bigger proposal later. That's kind of what they're talking about. And this is just where things were. So like this area, no one heard anything. But apparently it was these houses here that heard the power plant, and they're like, this should be shut down. There should be no power plant. What's going on? Yeah.
Green Block has also been under a case trade order from the British Columbia Securities Communication since July 2022.
So this company is not just having problems in Alberta with their illegal operations, they're also having problems in British Columbia. They've not been doing the correct paperwork. They're just breaking all the rules. So they might actually have to be closed down. But yeah, they've been shut down since 2022 in British Columbia. This is also probably why they're doing these crazy things, because they're like, well, this is our only option left. No one else is letting us work, so we're going to have to do it illegally. Yeah.
Including the order, the company did not file required documents, including its audited financial statements for the 2021.
So the reason why in 2022 British Columbia was like, nope, we can't let you work anymore, is because in 2021 they didn't do the correct paperwork. They just didn't do their, think of it like they didn't do their taxes. So the government's like, okay, if you're not going to do your taxes, you can't have business. That's essentially what happened.
Nigel,
Yeah, Nigel, banks.
Nigel banks are retired law professor at the University of the Calgary who was not involved in the case but read the communication. They sent the decisions said he would be surprised if the AUC states a new president against 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 sorry against the company
So this person wasn't involved, but he's a very famous old law professor that he teaches now rather than practices. But he's looking at the case and he's like, well, it's like this $400,000 is probably done. Like that's probably the end of it. It's possible, like they're allowed to go more, but he's saying that the company's not doing so well, or the company's maybe not making a lot of money, or at least from the paperwork they have. So they're like, maybe they're going to just not do anything.
Yeah. This doesn't seem to be a particularly stable financial company, he said an interview.
Canada, when we're suing companies like the government, Canada has two things we're trying to do. Number one, we're trying to punish the company to make sure that they understand you can't break the rules. And $400,000 is a lot. But number two, we're also trying to make sure that we don't like destroy the company, because the company pays taxes to the government and helps the country, right? So we're trying to punish them without like killing them. So that's why, since it's not a very stable company, they'll probably not do any more legal action. I think we switch now. Yeah, switch.